Good afternoon. This is Spirit Journey. Today is Wednesday, August 28th, 2019, and the time is 5:11 p.m. As I do this voiceover, I do so with a heavy heart. Yes, it's really something when you're on a spiritual journey. You start to see things, and after a while it gets to you. I'm going to be making a reference to a video that I saw yesterday. It's entitled "The Ancient African Sentinelese Tribe off India's North Sentinel Island." And the channel name is Thoughts, Camera, Action. And it was aired on November 30th, 2018. So this voiceover is really going to be just my thoughts about it. Now, these particular people, the Sentinelese, these are a band of people that live on an island in the Indian Ocean, south of India, and they haven't been in contact with what they call the Western world. They've been isolated for who knows how long. Now, a couple of years ago, I did do a video on the Jarawa, Jarawa tribe, also in the Indian Ocean. And I thought it was very interesting about these people. But I'm doing this video now, and again, they're neighboring islands, I believe. These two tribes, the Jarawa and the Sentinelese, they don't speak the same language. But what's on my mind is this. Now, these people have been isolated for many years, and people have been trying to get their foot in the door, to have contact with them. The British were involved, and they had enough, the British, and they stopped going over. And Britain had given the island over for the people of India to be in charge of it. It's hard to really explain, but they have like jurisdiction over the island, and India is trying to get in contact with these people to get some dialogue going. And the person who did this video of the channel Thoughts, Camera, Action had mentioned in the video that you had these missionaries, Christian missionaries that, in quote, want to share God's love. And I find that problematic. I'm angry to hear that. Now, I used to be a devout Christian, but in 2013, I started to have second thoughts, and I knew I couldn't find spirituality in the church. I was a tither. I joined a group within this church, but something didn't sit right with me. I had a pastor. Now, I liked the pastor, but what I was going through at the time was my being a black woman and the pastor being a white American male. And I wanted to learn more about my African heritage, African spirituality, and so I knew there was something more out there for me, and I knew I couldn't get it from that church. But again, it's not a put down specifically against that particular pastor, not at all. But I just felt inside I needed to move on. I was still a Christian when I left, but I had a paradigm shift, and that had me seek out information, non-mainstream information. It also had me go to the museums to learn about our human history. And so going back with the Sentinelese people, now for a Christian church to go in and say you want to share God's love, now that sounds nice, but it's really interesting with Christianity and other Abrahamic religion. When you say no thank you, somehow it always leads to trouble for the person saying no, that you become what they call a savage, and names like that. And so this particular missionary who went down to this island, he gets killed by them. The people retaliated, and the only thing these people have are bows and arrows and the skin on their back. They virtually have no clothes on. Some of them may have body paint. Some of the women have like a little frilly grass-like dress in bright red. But virtually they're not wearing any clothes. And I thought to myself, now you have people who don't know how to read the newspaper. They probably don't have the internet and other what you call media at the fingertips. But yet instinctively they know, don't get involved with these outsiders, and to defend by any means. I'm not promoting violence, but I'm promoting common sense, and I'm promoting for other indigenous people and indigenous people who are living abroad. For example, the American blacks from the Americas, blacks living in Australia, blacks living in the Pacific Islands, blacks living in Asia, blacks living in Europe. Indigenous people that throughout history you are downplayed, your culture violated, your culture stolen from you, and then the introduction of religion, these Abrahamic religions. And each time with these indoctrinations of this faith system, you become in bondage. They tell you you can't wear what you're wearing. All of a sudden you're self-conscious about your body. Now I'm looking at this video by Thoughts Camera Action channel, and these people, as I said, are virtually naked, and they have no hang-ups about their body. They have no hang-ups about their color or their natural textured hair. They seem like real, content individuals. And you know what else? They don't have the New York Stock Exchange. They don't have money as we have it. They don't have the central bank system. And they seem in harmony. They seem to know who they are. Human beings, people of the land, people who are in harmony with their environment for who knows how long. And then I look at blacks from the Americas who are troubled, who are, a lot of them, addicted to drugs, a lot of them who are overweight with high blood pressure, diabetes, homeless, so much homelessness, so much anger, so much self-hate and murder of their neighbors, murder of people from their own homes. It's a sickness that's happening to indigenous people. You have people, even in the indigenous people, who are living in the Western dominated societies. Now they don't even know what gender they are. You have men want to be women, women want to be men. You have people who want to bleach their skin, bleach their hair, straighten their hair, all these things because they don't like themselves. They want to be like their oppressors. And that there's very little unity. Even though if you measure the actual resources of, for example, blacks of the United States of America, and you combine all their resources, it's more than some nations out there. There are about 80 million black people in the United States, if I heard right. But we're believing the lies of our oppressors. Even when your bowl is full, your perception of yourself is one of emptiness. And so when I watched this video by Thoughts Camera Action on the people called the Sentinels, these are proud warriors. These aren't people who want to try to pretend that there's something else in history. You have that a lot in blacks of the Americas. They want to say that they're Moors. They want to say that they're Native American Indians. And many are even saying that they were never from Africa and that they've always been in the United States of America. And I know that's not so. So there is a problem with their thought process that just shows how much they really hate themselves. And I'm encouraging black people out there to look at this video and look at the pride that these people have for their clan, for their tribe, for their group, for their society. They're not preoccupied with getting Michael Jordan sneakers. And if you accidentally step on the sneaker by chance, let's say it's a crowded street or a crowded subway, and then they want to murder the person because they accidentally stepped on their foot. Or they're not preoccupied with designer handbags or jewelry. But yet, you're not developing your mind. Here, these Sentinelese people don't have half what many blacks of the Americas have, yet they have a strong sense of self, a strong sense of continuity, and know instinctively that outsiders are trouble. And so they're willing to kill to defend their little island. And you see a picture of them standing in defiance, standing with spears in their hand, ready to do war on anyone who stepped foot. So I'm addressing this to those black people living in the Americas who feel that they're being mistreated, persecuted, to stand up for your community, even if it's just your fist. Like these people, you sell yourself out. You compromise, and you don't stand as a unity. You have all this social media to share your story. These Sentinelese people don't have that opportunity. They don't have computers, anything like that, but you do. Start appreciating what you are and who you are now. You're not in Africa, you're right where you are now. Make the best of your society and start defending where you live. Ancient Africa and the pyramids are not going to do it for you. Start where you are now. Wherever where you live right now, especially in the Americas, start where you are right now and make a decision for yourself that you're not going to stand for it anymore, that you're going to embrace yourself, embrace the health, promote health within your community, and work as a unit. And don't trust outsiders coming in and to find out your secrets and then use your knowledge to destroy you. Be like the Sentinelese people who have more sense than people in the Americas with all this social media of communication. Stand proud, stand tall, and stand as a unit. Men protect your women and women protect your men, and to protect your children. Protect them from harm from outside. Protect them from the perversions. Here these people love themselves and love their bodies. They're not hiding in shame. And they're not having these alternative lifestyles of confusion. Don't accept the cultural practices of your oppressors, because it leads to perversion, just like Jeffrey Epstein and his perversions. They're attacking and abusing all types of women. And I'm sure they're not just abusing white women. Jeffrey Epstein's island, Jeffrey Epstein's home in the Caribbean, that's a whole black place. The U.S. Virgin Islands. You don't think they're taking people from the black Caribbean and trafficking them and making them feel ashamed about themselves and scaring them and telling them, hey, if you recruit more people, I'll give you some favor. Stop it. Stop believing their lies. It's all about their self-indulgence. Be proud of who you are. Be proud of who you are, like the Sentinelese people. It's a fantastic video, and I hope you guys could watch it and learn from them. That it doesn't matter how big how much weapons you have. See, when people see that you're willing to die to protect your land, they're going to think twice. And that's why a lot of blacks aren't taken seriously, because they're not willing to die for their freedom. Be willing to sacrifice to protect your family, to protect your community, and so you'll be taken seriously in the world community. Thank you for listening, guys. If you like this content, you like my channel, please share it with your friends and family. You can comment below. And those of you who like to consider to donate to my channel, my PayPal Me channel, and those of you who would like to contribute, just go to my channel, Spirit Journey, and on the top banner on my channel, you see the PayPal Me link. Just click on it and follow the prompts, and whatever amount that your heart moves you to do, that is what you give. I thank you for listening, and I thank you for your understanding. Peace, love, and joy to you all. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.